Court is back in session and calls number 329670. Case is filed, State of Texas versus Ronald Lee Wiley. We have Mr. Wiley appearing via Zoom. Mr. Wiley previously was sworn in. Mr. Wiley acknowledged that his initials and signature was on State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Mr. Wiley also acknowledged that his signature was on the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. And now that brings us to the next document, which is titled the discovery certification, which is on paper. Mr. Wiley, did you sign a document out there that is titled discovery certification on paper?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wiley, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I have just mentioned, did your attorney, Mr. Cole, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit number 1 was admitted. Mr. Cole, you've advised and counseled Mr. Wiley. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Wiley, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wiley, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
35 days county jail. Mr. Wiley has 35 days credit for time served, so court costs to be taxed and retired.
Mr. Wiley, the state is offering that you serve 35 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 35 days in jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $327, but you will not have to pay the $327 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Wiley, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wiley, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Mr. Wiley, this will conclude your case. Mr. Wiley, you can knock on the door and follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you,
Okay.
DA Boyd.